Hey Truth Seekers, how you doing? It's Phineas. Hope you're doing well today. Sending you lots of love and light your way from here. Hope you're doing all right. I've got so much going on with me at the moment that I'm just bursting with information about what I want to tell you. But I've got to kind of streamline it and like really just kind of break it down. But that I've got like a lot going on my side, which is really amazing. The world is changing. People are changing. The frequency of the planet is changing. The frequency of people are changing. And guys, we've got to encourage ourselves to take on that higher frequency. But one of my next videos is going to be about how to raise your frequency so they can be in line with those higher frequencies, and so you won't hopefully get many symptoms. I believe a lot of symptoms that people are experiencing at the moment of all sorts of different frequencies are because of that energy hitting the planet. Mental patterns breaking down, society kind of a little bit breaking down, countries kind of disagreeing and breaking down a little bit, economies breaking down. So you've got to be ready, and you guys have got to stand tall, and you've got to do what you've got to do, and you've got to be strong. And so hopefully my videos will help you do that. But today, I want to make a video on... But I've been talking a lot about positivity lately, which is awesome. And how my last video was very much about how my default thinking now is actually very positive about my future, where I'm going, what I'm going to be. I know I'm there already in my mind, even though my physical reality doesn't include those things at the moment. I just know I'm going to get there. So it's power positivity. It's just training your brain. And we're all magnetic. And so if you train your brain to think positively, and people will come your way, situations will come your way, what you really want to do in life will come forward. And one of my clients, Peter from Holland, said to me the other day, in my last video, he said, I mentioned the word believe and beliefs and hanging out with people that believe the same as you. And he's like, Phineas, don't say belief, say no, because you know what you believe is true. And it's true. There's only one truth, and it's coming forward. And it's not a set of belief systems that I have. I know it's happening. And I know the world is changing. And I know we're all changing. And I know that divinity is real. So there's nothing to believe. It's just true. So thank you, Peter. So been talking a lot about positivity. What I want to talk to you today about, because I've been watching my videos back, and I'm like, yeah, it's amazing what I've told you to do about imagining your future, imagining your friends, imagining your career, imagining your relationship, all those things in detail. Top. It really works. But what I want to talk to you about is fear. And I've done videos a while back about this, but I really want to revisit it for you. Because yesterday I had a situation where basically there was some noisy things going on in our neighbourhood. I didn't sleep very well, and I felt naturally anxious yesterday. And I felt a bit more fearful than usual. And I was like, okay. And when I don't sleep well, and when I feel exposed for some reason, I tend to try and take advantage of that. And when you're tired, fear will be more magnified. And so I had something niggling in my stomach. I had a tension around my solar plexus. So I thought, I'm going to go into this. I'm going to, just go into this fear a bit. And it was kind of clashing with the positivity bit that was kind of automatically being generated by my mind. I was like, okay. So I went to my outbuilding and I kind of went into the fear, and it just reminded me of how important it is to do it. Because if you don't face your fears and the core beliefs about yourself, if they're bad, that's going to hold you back no matter how positive you think. You've got two things going on. You've got your fear-based energy body from this life or possibly previous lives, which are held in your energy system, and that your core beliefs about yourself need to be faced in this reality, in this life, for you to be truly free. So yesterday, I've done this loads, by the way, but yesterday was a unique one, of where I've had a lot of I'm not lovable, I've had a lot of I'm not worthy, but it wasn't that yesterday. I've released those feelings, I've felt those feelings, and slowly over time they've digressed. But yesterday I was kind of this little niggling tension in my stomach. And so how I release fear at the moment is that I connect with the silence within my body. I watch all the crap going on, the thinking, the body sensations, and then I connect with the silence behind that in my body. Then I think about the silence outside of my body. And then the silence outside my body starts watching the silence inside my body. Can you feel it? I can feel it. And the two fields become one. And the outside, which is the divine energy, starts watching the divine energy inside you. And anything that shouldn't be there starts to be magnified. My little fear started kind of getting bigger and bigger, and I was much more aware of it. And the more I was unifying the field outside and inside, the fear started rumbling, and that's when it can start to come up towards your heart area. And I kind of released this fear, and I felt horrible. But I couldn't work out what the core belief was, and there was no memory coming to me. And I was like, "Is it I'm not worthy? No, it's not. I'm not worthy. Is it I'm not lovable?" And I was kind of thinking, using my logical mind, and I was like, "What is it? What is it?" And then all of a sudden, the core belief I had about myself from either my childhood, which probably was my childhood, or a previous life, was, I can't do it. That's what the fear was saying to me. You can't do it. Whatever it was, whether it was school, whether it was when I was learning to walk, whether it was whatever, I can't do it. Compared to everyone else, I just didn't think I was good enough to do whatever that thing was, and it felt horrible. Ugh. And I'd released it, and it became part of me for a while, all night actually. And the positivity of everything was kind of put on hold, and I just had to feel this release of this fear and this belief. So it's really important to do it. Some people go to past life regression. If therapy and fear facing hasn't worked, then some people go to kind of past life regression to find out if it was a previous life, which apparently can work. But I use this, and it's, if you're doing like a healing program, nutritional balancing is what I do with hair mineral analysis. If you do these programs, lots of fear is going to start to be generated, and it takes a long time to even get to past the core beliefs. But if you're doing a healing program, doing what I've just told you, or finding a way of feeling the fear yourself, all you've got to do is watch it. Don't want to get rid of it. Trying to get rid of it is kind of not going to release it. You just have to watch it. That divine silence outside of you just watches it. Just watches it. And then it has nowhere to go. It will often start to move around your solar plexus or your heart. And then to me, I kind of focus on the heart area, and it just rushes up and comes out. It's an important part of healing, and I know I've talked a lot about positivity, which is awesome. So, I do that every day. Imagine where I'm going, imagine what I'm going to be doing. But at the same time, if I feel like someone said something to me, or I'm doing something and that fear, wherever it may be in the body, activates, it's good to go into it, good to watch it, good to release it, because that is the true path to freedom. So guys, that's it. If you're interested in what I do, then details are below. Sending you lots of love and light again today. And just remember, breathe. It's not hard. Okay guys, I will speak to you soon. By the way, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe and smash the like button. Bye for now.